So here we are, Neil, a very sunny and a very pleasant East Grinstead.
It's very picturesque land. It's
Very
lovely,
picturesque.
isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful.
You went away and did your fabulous afternoon tea on a quite an eventful weekend.
Yeah,
So,
and I managed to get some nice pictures for Roger, who appreciated them and did a history on one of the steam engines for me, which was very nice of him. So yeah, it was a very educational trip, I will say that.
Yep. So looking back at the last weekend,
Yep.
obviously the club's now parted company with Tommy. I think
Yep.
from a fan's perspective, we like to say really grateful for everything Tommy's done.
Yes. Yeah.
Getting us promoted, building a team, and adding to the club and the belief. I think we're all really grateful for.
Yeah, I think so. And also he was, I would say, from a supporter's perspective, he's quite an approachable sort of bloke. He was, I don't know, he did it his way.
Yep.
And I think sometimes you can rise, and because of that, and sometimes it could be a little bit of your downfall at times. But I always found him a really, really decent fella to have a chat with. He knew his stuff. He knew people that I knew who used to play for various clubs, and you could. He's an older manager who I could relate to really well, and I enjoyed a lot of the football that was played. Unfortunately, in the last few weeks of his tenure, the results were a bit too hit and miss for what we were used to, and I think what the club were expecting, and I think that's probably one of the main reasons why things went a little bit awry towards the end. It was a big shame because, like I say, he took over in a situation where we'd lost a massive lead under the previous manager. He took over, steadied that ship, pushed us towards the playoffs, and it was only really a penalty shootout that really possibly
Stopped us going up a year
early.
Yeah.
But then from that, no one's heads dropped. In fact, I think everybody who was part of the club from that penalty shootout against Corinthian, who took the field in that first game of the season in the Scaffold under Tommy, everyone knew what the expectations were, and everyone clubbed together, and we got the promotion, the championship that we deserved. And again, first 4 or 5 months of this season, we were playing some blinding stuff.
Yep.
Then when things got a little bit difficult, sometimes it just didn't really click on or off or it didn't seem to be clicking off the field at times.
Yep.
So it was, again, as a supporter, I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But you can often make out what's going on by the way the players are reacting with interacting
on the pitch,
between each other.
Yeah.
So that when certain players are sort of like not performing, you'll get some that are okay, but you'll get some that get really, really vociferous because obviously they don't want to be seen by the manager not to be, giving it the full whack. But
full whack. So moving on from there, obviously we're really grateful for Tommy. So then, at very, very, I would say, 24 hours short notice, we've had Freddie Collins step up with Steve
logical
to help him.
Yep.
And whilst you wasn't here, you've obviously seen the footage from Monday.
It looked very slick. Everyone
looked to just do their part. No one made too much of it.
No.
It was just what it was. So obviously that's another thing we can address. A big thank you to Steve and Franny, because stepping forward with no notice, with 4 games to go,
and I think
and mathematically being out of the playoffs is a thankless task, but they've taken it on in the manner intended.
Yeah, I mean, it's out of our control, unfortunately. So we've got to make sure if one of the 2 teams above us, Jersey or Sittingbourne, slip up, that we're there able to regain that control. And I think that's what we need to be looking at today, because goal difference is going to be crucial.
Yep.
We've lost a lot of ground on goal difference. When we got walloped by Merstham at home, and on the same day Sittingbourne put force past somebody. There was a 9-goal switch, and now those 9 goals are crucial in the way the two teams lie. So we could end up on the same points, but because of that one day, there's a 9-goal switch that has gone against us. So today is potentially, and I'm not going to tempt fate on it, potentially an opportunity for us to
claw something back.
To claw a few of those goals back.
Yep, so that's it. Whilst you was away as well,
yes,
we were forced, but we made the best of a situation. So we had a new feature last week, and we had Nearly Neil, and we had one of our our long-term fans step in.
Yes,
and
Nearly Neil, who I'd see is a delightful young lad called Darren Ford. He's obviously the nicer of the two brothers. He's articulate, educated, and he just seems a really all-round nice guy. It's a shame that other Ford brother couldn't be similar in a lot of ways. I mean, I just hope Gillingham do really, really well over the next few games and the next couple of seasons, so we don't see that godforsaken other brother ever again.
So he did really well, stepping in, filling in the shoes.
I think Darren, really I think, to be honest with Darren, he gave a younger person's view, because as you know, I'm one of the old fossils, one of the old school, but I thought Darren gave a good modern young person's aspect of what he saw, and
really summed up Monday well.
Yeah, he did brilliantly. So yeah, I mean, you know, unfortunately you got me again this week.
No, back to the good times. We've got the real Neil, not the Nearly Neil.
Nearly Neil is nearly as good.
Yeah, he was very good. So big thank you to Darren.
Well done, Darren. Well done, mate.
Appreciate what you've done, mate.
Appreciate it.
Key points for today. Obviously, we'll have a quick sum up now, but just playing the game that we know they can.
I think if we can play, like say, the way I saw we were playing last week, we need to sort of put a few goals in to make up those goal differences. Yes, I don't want to speak too loudly because there's some Grinstead people near me now, but both of our predictions predicted pretty convincing Faversham wins. It's a lovely pitch. There's no excuses not to be able to play football on it.
And a good day, so
beautiful day.
Conditions are good.
Beautiful day.
So looking to do what you know we can do. No more, no less.
Absolutely, because we've done it most of the season. It's just the last few weeks. A few things have just gone a little bit bleh. And so, it's now a case of getting it to go whee again. On that happy note, we'll leave it as there. Onwards and upwards, up the Lily Whites. Up the Lily Whites. Cheers.
Captain Steve Smith, number 15 Omar Foakes. On the bench we have number 11 John Mario Castillo, number 12 Lewis MacDonald, number 14 Declan Spittles, number 16 Finley Wigmore, number 17 Ethan Kozis. Referee today is Derek Lang, and his two assistants Dylan Wood and Sean Ridley.
You do sound as well, eh? Oh, I swear it.
Shame you couldn't keep it. Celebrating, I thought it was over.
You want to give it big into that keeper, no? I do anyway. Give it big into Arden.
Oh, calm down. He ain't got 90 minutes in it. Look, he's fucking going.
I was hoping it was 90 minutes as well.
So here we are, Neil. It's Grinstead 0, Faversham 0. First half done. What's your view?
Score sums it up. Really does. Their goalkeeper hasn't really had a save to make. Jacob had to make one just before half time. They're playing a relatively physical game, which we expected. I mean, they're making up for their lack of ability with physicality. We haven't really stretched them enough.
Lot of possession. But possession doesn't make points.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's a bit breezy, but you can't use that as an excuse.
Brilliant playing conditions as well. Pitch is in.
Pitch looks really, really good. There's nothing wrong with the pitch at all. We're playing a good few balls but I mean, I think some comments that have been going around is that we don't think, well, obviously we don't hope that Grinstead can't play like that for 90 minutes all the way through because, you know, it's just been one of those very, very bitty games. The referees got involved a couple of times. There was one absolutely horrific decision. There was two options for the referee or the linesman: throw into Faversham, free kick for handball to Grinstead. But what he decides to do is he actually gives the throw-in to Grinstead. That's the one decision it could not physically be. Yeah. So I just don't know how or where we sometimes get these officials from and what their qualifications are. Yep. Because it's an absolute, well, it's a disgrace, really. Yeah, it just really sort of like, it beggars belief that these people are getting paid for what they're doing. Yeah. You know, it's an absolute, you know, it's a joke at times. I mean, that decision just summed up. The one decision that was given, it just physically couldn't have been, you know, and it just really just, it pisses you off. But at the end of the day, we are just nowhere near good enough today at all. You know, it's going to need something in the second half. We're going to be playing slightly uphill second half, which might help.
Yep. Hopefully, just hoping for a stronger bench, maybe more depth in the team. that
Yeah, I
in the
think.
second half?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if we've really worn them out enough quite yet, and we need to be doing a bit more of that stretching. And at the moment, it's just not working. What we're doing isn't working.
So second half, Neil, we probably think it's more. It's going to be about the long game, the endurance, maybe making a squad count, not just those 11 on, but those on the
I
bench.
think so, and I don't think any of these silly predictions that some of us made pre-game are likely to bear fruition today. It's just going to be one of those. I mean, but don't get me wrong. I think Grinstead are playing it the right way for a team in their position. To be truthful,
if you was in their position, this is the game you'd.
This is exactly the way I would set up to play against a team like Faversham. You just get in their faces, and they've got in our faces, and we haven't been able to rise above it and produce anything quite yet. Okay. But like I say, it's only half time.
Half time. Onwards to the second half. Up the Lily Whites.
Up Lily Whites.
Nathan Good will get us on the way from left to right. Can't do the first half, nothing to shout about. Half of the shooting got past in behind. Tariqa side now on that right hand side will be the width for Hanscom. Moving back into it. So it's fine. Big wicket in behind.
Terry! Go on, Terry! Go on!
Got place.
Just lift it in there, mate. Go
on!
Oh, lift it on!
Well done, Kieran!
Just lift it in there, mate. Go on! Oh, lift it on!
Well done, Kieran!
Anywhere we do!
Anywhere!
Ooh! It's a corner! Ooh! It's a corner!
Tommy.
Dexter Peter.
He did call for it. He did. Will be there to clear away. Not really going to go on, Frankie! Go on, Frankie!
Come on!
Well done!
Keep running, mate. Yeah.
Lined it up.
Yes, well done, fella!
Well done, Frankie!
Corners will be there to clear away. Not really going to
Go on, Frankie! Go on, Frankie!
Wood.
It's out! Go on, Frankie! Go on!
We'll get there as well. Pulls it back.
Go on! Oh!
And that is Cameron, thank you for the difference.
I thought we could really
Actually now a point behind Sittingbourne and only one goal difference behind Sittingbourne as well.
But win to
Two
win,
games left,
keeps
on
it
to
going.
Seven
Let's
Oaks
see where we're
away
at.
and then 3 weeks at home.
So, Neil, here we are.
Yeah.
Full time. East Grinstead 0, Faversham Town 2. Give us your view of the second half.
Not great, but once we scored, I think that was it. Really, it was a case of we get a second. Could we get more? Maybe not, because having a bit of chit chat with a few of their players, they're a very, very young team now, very different from what they were 3 weeks ago. So basically, it looks like they've rewritten the script, brought in a load of kids who really are sort of fighting for a place for next season, and obviously they were people that really wanted to play. And to be quite honest, they crowded us out in lots of areas of the field and made it very, very difficult for us. I know the league table doesn't lie, but today I don't think the league table really represented what East Grinstead have been over the season. I mean, they've given us 2 bloody tough games. At the end of the day, 2 good goals. One from the KC, who works hard all the time. Ball came over from a good Tarek run and cross, step over, and then KC did the best. But then again, Frankie Smith comes ghosting in on the left-hand side of the box, places it into the far corner, which we know he can do. He's done it a few times before.
Yeah.
So
The thing I would say is that we scored first goal 53rd minute, but having said that, even after that and even before that, I think we were playing good football. The problem was, for 53 minutes, it was
Finishing
good
it-
football for no end
no
product.
end product.
But it was
and
good
that-
football.
Yeah.
And if we were knocking it about, we
Yeah.
were keeping possession, we were avoiding the long ball.
And we were
I think we defended well.
I mean, we were actually not giving away any chances to the opposition either.
Yeah.
I mean, they had players who really wanted it. They were hungry for it, but we actually kept them pretty much away from our goal. Apart from that one save that Jacob had to make in the first half, I don't think he had to do anything really in the second half.
No.
The defence were completely in control throughout, even when Ben came on.
Yeah.
I know this is in joke there with Ben before the game about him scoring more goals than any, but everything today was about not really having that problem with the old banana skin.
Yeah. And to be fair to the whole team, front to back,
Yeah.
we played our game. We didn't worry about anything else.
No.
And as a result, there's been quite a few banana skins on the 3 or 4 teams above us.
Yeah, I mean, you look at today's results, we've heard. I mean, again, it's out of our control still.
We've just got to keep playing our game.
We get 6 points. If we win both of our games and Sittingbourne fail to win one of their games, we've nicked 5th place.
Yeah.
So really, we've got to go to Seven Oaks next week with a view to getting it won. I think the goal difference is down to 1 now. So obviously, if we win and they drop, then we go on level goal difference. If we win and they lose, then obviously we'll have a better goal difference than going into the final game where we've got 3 bridges. But again, we've got to get past the Seven Oaks first.
Yeah, Seven Oaks is a tough game, never.
Yeah.
Not that it's down to us and everything else, but if me and you had a say, what would we be saying to the team next week? Keep playing the football you're playing.
I think so, because again, I think it's a plastic pitch at Seven Oaks, so we should be all right with that. But there again, this is a lovely grass pitch today. When you look at it,
Beautiful pitch, beautiful conditions. I mean, a lovely day.
Yeah, I mean, the pitch looks in really, really good condition, as if there's been no football played on it. But I mean, that's just me being facetious and disrespectful there, and very cheeky. No, it is a nice setup here. It's a decent setup, decent stadium. Yeah. I think they're rewriting their book at the moment. Some of their players are having a bit of a laugh with us. Yeah. I think they realise, that where they are and what's gone wrong with them. Yeah, it's time to regroup, restart. Well, this is exactly the way we've done. We've fallen out of the promotion places. Case of regrouping, restarting, and
take each game as it comes.
Taking each game.
From a fan's perspective, if we can do for Sevenoaks and Three Bridges what we've done on Sheffield United and today, we'll be happy fans. Just keep playing good football, and you know what? Keep playing football. It looks like the team's enjoying.
Well, this is it. I mean, today there was a bit of frustration out there. I mean, I think probably the frustration shown by our players was not that we were playing badly at times. We just weren't getting the run of the ball. We were working hard to get into positions, and then it would just run away at the last minute and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we've come here. We've got the 3 points,
and that's all that I on the prize. That's all we were
absolutely set out to do. I mean, none of our predictions were anywhere near what we thought we were going to do, but hey, they never are.
No, and to be fair, we just wanted 3 points. I didn't care if I was right, wrong, or indifferent. We wanted 3 points.
3 points is all that matters.
Moving onwards and upwards then. So next Saturday, sadly as well, there'll be no Mick Cam. I'm off to recharge the camera batteries and my own. So we'll see how we get on at Sevenoaks.
Yep.
And then obviously the big finale, we'll try and get a few more interviews as well. Will be the last home game, get everyone behind the team for home to Three Bridges. And we'll look through the results after that game and see where we are.
See where we are, whether we've got games on Tuesday and maybe even Friday.
Exactly that. Up the Lily Whites.
Up Lily Whites.
So here we are after the full time. East Grinstead 0, Faversham 2, and we are gratefully joined by 2 of the board members, Scott and Mark. You guys, how did you see the game as fans, not as board members? What was the game like as a fan?
It was a tough first half. Pitch was very dry, very bobbly. Strong wind. Thought we huffed and puffed, didn't really create too much, but great save from Jacob right at the end when their work was through 1-on-1. Going in at 0-0. Was pretty confident with the wind and everything we could turn it around. Do you reckon, Mark?
No, I agree. It was a funny old first half. Like you said, huffed and puffed is about the right way. We were certainly the better team, but end product, I think maybe missing.
One of the things we previously said with Neil, 53 minutes, no product. But we were playing good football. That ball was being knocked about. There was no long ball. There was no panic. We struggled to find that. But once we did, pretty much the last 20 odd minutes were in the last third of their pitch. We didn't really come up here. The second half, I don't think Jacob was troubled, was he?
No, I don't think so. Yourself?
No.
Were you watching?
Were you watching? Second half. The first half, remember, was against the wind. So playing along the ground was very, very good. The second half, we was dominant, but it's just that end product and.
I thought the first goal was great. The first goal was great.
Then I thought we could go on and get a few more.
Because with that first goal, I mean, the way that Tarek ran down the right, put the ball across, it was a step over, I think Tashi did, straight into the path of KC. No messing, first time, bottom of the net. And then again, Smithy doing what Smithy does. He just ghosts in on the left-hand side, and he's come up with a couple of really good goals recently.
Very like the Cobra. Just drifted in from nowhere.
Very like the Cobra.
Smashed it.
Yeah. Very much. Very good strike.
The bottom corner, the keeper didn't move.
No.
And then I thought we'd go and get a couple more.
I thought we would, but at the end of the day, it was tough out there because I think a lot of their players who'd got them into the position they're in now have left the club, and they're left with a lot of very youthful, very keen players who are looking to, take a step up.
This
from
could be a
football
different team at the start of next season.
To them next season, unfortunately for them, at a lower level. But, I thought they were all right.
So one of the things we said was it's not our job to pick the team. That's Franny and Steve, and we're happy with that. But we said, what would you think you both would say you would look for the last 2 games? And I'll give you our heads up. We just said if we can see the team play, look like they're enjoying their football, and give us something of Monday and something of today, we couldn't ask for any more, because we know at the moment our destiny's not in our hands. So if you can just play good football that we loved watching, that's all we can ever ask. Yourselves, how do you see it? What do you expect or hope from the team?
Kind of a slightly different angle here, but I am so proud of you guys coming to these games. I'm not even sure I'm supposed to be looking here, but you come to these games, support support this club's had over the last 2-3 years and the growth of it. That's what makes my day. This on here, and us growing on the pitch and as stature as a club is brilliant, but the away support, and it's been around a long time. This is fantastic. And we were talking about it in the second half, and at home as well. You know, that's what gets me.
Yeah, no, it's enjoyable.
What goes on the pitch, like you said, it's down to the manager, performances, weather, whatever it is. What goes on off the pitch, that's the thing that's.
But the one thing for us, it's like a big family. It's like a family day out. It's not a chore.
It's based on a family club. That's exactly the word.
So I'll share a stat with you. I think I spoke to you the end of the game Monday, but just a heads up, I've missed 1 or 2 games.
What? That's the only time you've spoken to me?
Yeah, I don't speak to you a lot. No, I know. But
Nick's a lucky man.
Just chuck the postcode of the away team into Google Maps and Salters Lane, and we've clocked over 2,400 miles coming to away games this season.
That includes the 2 friendlies, doesn't it, at Billericay and Chatham?
No, that doesn't include them. Well. No. Just competitive games, starting with Balham.
Balham in the Cup, yeah.
Balham in the Cup. Starting with that. No, not friendlies. If you had friendlies, we're probably close at 2,500.
Honestly, I can't say enough about you. Honestly, home and away, especially away when you go to the miles. But and some you go around all the time as well. It's brilliant, isn't it? And they see the kids at home as well. That's growing. All the youngsters coming through. That's what you need.
And when you look at it, as you know, my sort of nickname's Millwall. I haven't been to Millwall for over 2 years now.
I remember.
Over 2 years.
When you first come to that club, and you was in Milton, all of a sudden you saw you more and more and more. It's lovely, and you're a base of it. It's great.
I just love
I'm getting emotional now. So
no need. See you later, chaps.
Leave that, Jack.
So, one last thing. We got 2 games. We're away to Sevenoaks, then we're home for our season-ending game. What would you say to anyone that's half thinking of coming? What would you say
about? Get behind the club. Get
behind the club. 100%. Come and see.
It's your town's club.
Yeah.
You know, we've got all these estates going up, and now there's potentially more and more supporters every time a new house is built.
Yeah.
We need to be tapping into that. Maybe that could be through maybe a stall on the market or something like that on a Saturday morning or whatever, offering, you know, maybe some discounted one-offs or having some merchandise down there.
It's a family club. It's a social. People will come up there for the first time and meet other people, and they become friends. It's just what happens.
It does.
It's that first visit.
Yeah.
If you haven't done it,
come along.
Just come up to Salters Lane, Aquatherm Stadium, and just meet people, because it is such a great environment.
Yeah.
I mean, the best thing about it is meeting me.
Obviously.
Well, you're going to edit this, aren't you? Because that's what you've got to be editing somebody.
I can't argue with that.
You do remember last week I had nearly Neil, and now I've got the real Neil. I can't edit none of this at all.
No. Nearly Neil's. Oh, it's never coming near it again.
Thank you very much, gents. Really appreciate everything from the team, the board, the players, everyone. It's been great. And to see them enjoying what happens in the next 2 weeks is beyond our control. But all we can say, if we can watch the team play with the fun and enthusiasm they have, it's a great game to watch.
It is. It's what it is. It's enjoyable.
Thank you all for what you've done, and up the Lily Whites.
Up the Lily Whites.
There we go.